Hi guys, and welcome to this cheeky live launch.
Very cheeky live launch. Look at that. It's hot in here, isn't it?
It is hot. I've had the heater on for a while.
Have you? Why didn't you say? I'm sweating over it.
Well, take your coat off.
Well, what can I say? Guys, honestly, if this is your first time joining us on AlakazamMagicUK Live launch, where have you been? Very naughty, right? We are so excited because this is a cheeky live launch, right? Not only are we launching more than one item, but this is like a little mid-month cheeky little launch because we've also got another launch, the big end of the month launch next week.
Yeah, okay. Fingers crossed.
Just to let you know. But I will just say, if you haven't joined us before on one of these, how it works is, obviously we are live now. You can ask questions if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook. Welcome along. We have got the two creators of the effects joining us in a second to talk through them. Mm-hmm. You're looking at me quite funny. Why are you looking at me quite funny?
No, I'm not.
Okay, I'll let you off.
Go on, carry on.
So, yeah, and we dropped the trailer for the items at 7:15. And then they are live on the website. So they are released at 7:15. You can see the trailer. You can make your orders. What do you keep looking at me like that for?
I'm just looking at you because you're talking.
Yeah,
so
but you're looking at me weird. Yeah, but you're looking like weird when you look at me like that. Oh, he's really put me off, guys. Right, I'm going to do this. Yeah, so the product is launched, and that means they'll be sent tomorrow for you guys. All right. So
yeah, really everything's in stock.
It is indeed. Right. Can I look at you now?
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. But I'm really excited for this, honestly, because we've had a lot of requests for one of these items in particular. And the other one, if you was at Blackpool, you may have seen. Yes, indeed. I'm very excited. Let us know, as per usual, where you're watching from around the globe. We are very excited. And it just baffles me every day. If we send a magic product to like Hong Kong or something, it just finds it amazing that at some point, someone in Hong Kong is going to be performing an Alakazam magic trick to other people there, and it's just going to be incredible.
Yeah,
it was just part of that, and that whole little conversation that gets started by that trick is an Alakazam item. It just blows my mind. It's absolutely incredible. So wherever you order from, thank you so much.
So yeah, also just want to say I can't find them, but there are some clues about next week's live launch.
I don't even know where they are.
So who knows?
Have a look, sir.
I haven't seen them. I told Harry not to let anything out the bag, but he said...
I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited. I'm not going to lie. The app isn't working for live. Yeah, we're not live on the app with live launches. That's Facebook and YouTube. But the app for lives, I will be live on the app tomorrow. But also, make sure you do download the app because on Black Friday, that is where we're going to be doing some of our live launches. We may do some on Facebook and YouTube as well, but a lot of them will be done on the Alakazam app.
Yeah.
And we do small bundles, small quantity bundles. So it might be 5 of this, 10 of this, 15 tops.
Yeah. Right. Tony Hawkins, you missed the live this afternoon with something that you would have wanted to see, I believe. Also, if you haven't liked our Facebook page and you're with us on Facebook, go and hit that like button.
116,000 people. That's more than that can fill Wembley. That's insane, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's incredible. That is incredible.
Right. We haven't got long because the lives finish at 8 o'clock and it's already 7:05. So let's introduce our very special guests tonight. And we have to finish by 8 because one of our special guests has to go to bed early.
Yeah.
That's Craig Petty.
Yeah.
Ryland can stay up.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's bring them on. Here they are. Hello guys, how are you?
Hey guys, how are you?
Very good. How are you?
Good.
Yeah, we're great.
Honestly, it's actually insane to catch you both being in the UK at the same time because you two are here, there, and everywhere. It's incredible.
Yeah,
it's mainly me just carrying Ryland's bags. To be honest, it's him that's like jet setting around the world, and I'm just his personal compere and roadie.
I have the same problem, Ryland. Me and you like peas in a pod with these old farts, ain't we?
Ryland, I heard you smashed it over the weekend.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He did his first ever lecture at the age of 11. He did a 1-hour lecture.
That's insane.
It's
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
I bet it was wicked, wasn't it? With awesome people as well. With Nick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, who was there?
Huh?
Who was there at the convention?
Nick, Jamie Williams,
Nice.
you,
Jay Sankey.
me, Jay Sankey.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
What
Yeah.
a lineup!
That's wicked, isn't it?
Incredible lineup. And the gala show was fantastic.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and Steve. Yeah, the gala show was brilliant. So
That's
it was just
insane.
super fun. It was great. It was a nice chilled out convention.
Wicked.
Had a good
wicked.
time.
Well,
Nice.
we're glad to have you both back in the UK with us, and we are launching 2 effects by the Petty Boys tonight. And the first
Yep.
one is actually a Ryland Petty effect with help from Craig Petty, if I'm not
I had
mistaken.
to get my name in there somehow, didn't I?
Yeah, yeah. And that effect is this one.
Oh,
Wild cubes. So before we drop the trailer, I'm very mindful that we've got an hour and we've got 2 pretty long trailers.
We could probably go a bit over an hour. We could probably go
Yeah.
a little bit over an hour if you want. Yeah, it's not a
Okey-dokes.
problem. His mom's gone out for Christmas, a Christmas party to meet all of her old teacher friends. So she's not going to get back until very late. So normally when his mom's out, he stays up a little bit later. He's allowed.
nice.
Brilliant.
As long as his mom doesn't know, it won't hurt her. So,
Well, she better not be watching Facebook then at the
Yeah.
moment. So, guys, tell us a bit about this, how it came about, and what's it all about? Because we had this at Blackpool, and I know that Ryland was on the stand demonstrating it and selling loads of them, but this is the first time it's going to be on our website, so you've only been able to buy it in store. So give us a little bit about the background of this one.
well, we were once doing a review show, and we were reviewing a wild card trick, and I thought it would be really cool to try and do it with cubes and add like a little cube effect to it. So then I thought of like a little routine that you could do, and then he helped me think of some other routines, and then
would you want to describe the main routine?
yeah. So the main routine is you've got some like 9 cards. 8 of them are mixed up Rubik's cubes, and there's one that's solved. You've got a Rubik's cube, a real Rubik's cube, and you're gonna mix it up, and then you tell them to say stop whenever you want. So while we're mixing up, they're gonna say stop, and then so they stop, and they can see that the cube's completely mixed, and then they pick one of the mixed up Rubik's cubes, and then it actually matches the cube that they mixed up, even though they said stop for the cube and chose any card they match. And then you do like you get them all to turn solved, like with a wildcard style.
So all of the cards with mixed up Rubik's cubes on them one at a time become solved.
Yeah, and then once you
that's incredible. It does look incredible when you do it.
and then once you've done that, you then say because the cards are solved, the cube's also going to solve. You shake the cube, and then it solves.
Nice.
And the key thing is, you don't need to be able to solve a cube. That's the main routine, but it's more of a project in that that's the way that Ryland does it, and that's the way that I do it, and you kill with it. Like when you do close up, that's like your main thing, isn't it? Really, that routine.
Yeah.
And I do it all the time as well, and I use it as a lead into my Cube 52 deck. But you don't have to be able to solve a cube. We go through a really cool handling that doesn't need to even involve a cube, so you can do it without a cube. If you do want to use a cube, you don't need to know how to solve a cube. It's just a couple of simple moves that I teach you. And when you see the trailer, you're going to see a full live performance from Houdini's. But on the project, I also go through an in the hands handling, so it's perfect for walk around. I also go through.
House of Secrets.
No. On the trailer, they used the performance that I did at Houdini's.
Oh.
Yeah. And then there's also an ungimmicked handling. There's also a handling where it's kind of a Monty style routine. So there's about 5 or 6 routines on the project, but the main routine, I do it all of the time, because the thing is, card tricks are great. There's no problem with card tricks at all. They're wonderful. We all love card tricks, but it can be a bit odd with wild card, can't it? Look, I've got all of these 8 of hearts. Well, why have you got all these 8 of hearts? And everybody knows what a Rubik's Cube is. And any time you can take a card trick and you can make it something that's not playing cards, well, it's just going to be instantly more impactful. And this is something that, as I say, I do all the time, because you just take the cards out, you show them, they say stop anytime they want to, they hold onto the card, you have them stop on anywhere on the cube, it matches, that's effect number 1. Then you actually take each individual picture and solve each individual picture, 8 magical moments there, and then you finish off by solving the cube. So there's like 10 or 11 magical moments in 3 or 4 minutes, and it's instantly reset. And the nice thing is, you know what the problem is with wildcard, and you and I discussed this when we came up with it. The problem with wildcard is it's not examinable. Now, with audience management, it's not a problem, but you're left with a bunch of cards that can't be examined. Now, with this, when you finish the wildcard effect, that's not the end. The end is then taking the cube and solving the cube.
And then they want to examine the cube.
They want to examine the cube, exactly. So because they want to look at the cube, you just put the cards away in your pocket.
Yeah.
And it cleans everything up.
And wildcard is such a beautiful routine. It really is a beautiful routine. In any guise, it's a killer. And it's one of those routines that I think, especially in later years, has sort of been lost a bit. A lot of people that have got into Magic over the last few years maybe don't even know what wildcard is. And it's such a magical thing to see. And when you performed it at Houdini's, I mean, you'll see from the trailer the reactions. There's so many beautiful magical moments in it, and it makes perfect sense with the cube, because it's not actually changing from one picture to another. The cube's solving itself. So it's as if it's happening within the picture.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
It's weird, yeah.
Rather than, this is an 8 of diamonds, yet it's going to become a queen of spades. This is sort of, the cubes are solving within the picture. It's a weird concept when they're thinking of it,
Well, when Ryland was on Britain's Got Talent, if you think back to the semi-finals, we did that thing where all of the kids on stage did dress code at the whole time. Yeah. At the same time, they all had T-shirts on with scrambled cubes, and then they all ended up with T-shirts with solve cubes, and that was the moment that everybody remembered. That moment where all of that, despite the fact there were big illusions and everything going on, it was that moment where the pictures of the cubes changed. Because when you can make a picture change, it becomes even more impressive. Yeah. And people don't look at these cards as playing cards; they look at them as as something completely different, which is great. And if you do my Cube 52 deck, this is a great lead into Cube 52, because you can do this trick and you're left with a Rubik's Cube, and then you can say, actually, I've got a deck of cards here. It's a little bit like a Speed Cubers deck, and then you can go into Cube 52. So it's a great lead into something like that as well.
Yeah, it really is. And like you said, as soon as you have something different on the cards, it's no longer a card trick. No longer a card trick. And it's little effects like this as well. I always feel are great if you need to do a deck switch at any point. To use one deck, then bring out something like this that isn't a card trick, do that, and then you bring out the other deck. You've done a deck switch without no hassle, no secret moves. You just put it away and get the other one out, and you throw this in between. So I'll tell you what, it's now nearly 1:15.
Yeah, just quickly, Stephen, I did get your email actually. Thanks so much for that. So those items were actually sent, just to let you know. But yeah, thanks for the email and the review in the email. I do appreciate it. Lovely.
So we've got quite a few people joining us, and I will say November is officially petty month here at AlakazamHQ. Everything that's happening release-wise has got one of the petties on it. So that's brilliant. I don't know if you can see behind me, Craig, because you haven't seen these yet.
Oh my gosh, that looks sexy. Yeah, I can. Yeah, that looks good. You see what I see, Ryland? Yeah.
I'm excited for that as well.
So we're just holding our fingers crossed that we get another delivery before Monday. So Right, what are we doing, Harry?
Should we drop the trailer for Wild Cubes?
Yes. Okay, let's drop the trailer for Wild Cubes and we'll come back and talk about it a bit more, and then we're going to start speaking about the brand new release from Craig Petty. So, guys, would you like to...
If anybody's got any questions, by the way, about Wild Cubes or the one that we're going to be talking about afterwards, please drop them in the comments, because that's what I want to do here. Me and Ryland want to try and answer all of your questions. Right, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Lovely.
Would you like to introduce a trailer, Ryland?
Introduce it. Introduce the trick. Well, I would go with, my name's Craig Petty, and I'm Ryland Petty, and I'm super excited to introduce my first trick ever with AlakazamMagicUK Wild Cubes. Something like that. Go for it.
So my name's Ryland the Kid Magician, and I'd like to show you the first trick I've ever released, which is by AlakazamMagicUK Wild Cubes.
You've seen one of these, right?
Yeah.
Anybody know how to solve one? Hey guys, my name's Craig Petty, and on behalf of Alakazam Magic, welcome to the Wild Cubes project. Now, Wild Cubes was created by myself and the King of Cubes, Ryland Petty, and it is a commercial close-up killer. It's designed for close-up magicians, and it works in any environment. When you're a speed cuber, you can buy cards like these. Now, these cards are designed for speed cubers. That's why they've got little cubes on the back of them. You see them? Mm-hmm. The backs are all the same. The fronts are different. The fronts have a different scramble on each card. When it's all mixed up like that, that's called a scramble. And each card has a different scramble on with a completely different orientation. There's something like there's even a solve cube in there. There's 47 quintillion million combinations with a Rubik's Cube, which is insane when you think about it. Now, you did notice, Tony, did you notice there's that solve cube right there?
Yeah.
We're going to get back to that one in a minute. I'm just going to put that right there. You can hold on to it, actually.
Okay.
And before we do something with this, Bradley, you're going to pick one of these cards. So as I go through them like this, anytime you want to, just say stop. That one there or that one there?
That one there, please.
That one right there. Are you sure? I'm going to put it right there on top, okay? Now, you have another job here, Bradley. This is an even important job. I'm going to mix up the cube. Now, the more you mix up a Rubik's Cube, the harder it is to solve. Like I said, there's 47 quintillion million combinations. That's a lot. So anytime I mix it up, just say stop. Stop. There. Are you sure?
Yeah.
You're happy? Now think about this for a minute. You could have stopped mixing this cube anytime. If you'd have left it one more turn, it would have changed everything. So I've got some great news. If you don't know how to solve a cube, if you've never picked up a cube before in your life, it's not a problem, because you can do this routine. You see, the project's modular. There's tons of different routines on the project. Some of them just use the cards, while other of them combine the cards with cubes. It's totally up to you. And as you progress, you can add more and more routines to your set. You stopped on that picture there as well, didn't you?
Did.
And here's the interesting thing. Look at the top here. Yellow, yellow, orange. Look at this next line. Green, orange, blue. Look at this one here. White, orange, blue. Look at that side. Blue, white, blue, blue, white, orange, green, white, blue. And even that side, look, green, couple of white, couple of orange, couple of green, couple of red. I think that's amazing. What do you reckon? But you know what? Whenever I do this, people turn around to me and they say, Craig, because that's my name. They say, Craig, I'd love it if you could solve the Rubik's Cube. And I can solve it, but not as fast as my son. I'm not an expert at it. But what I am is a magician. So because I'm a magician, I should be able to not solve the cube, but solve the pictures of the cubes. Because each one of these has a completely different orientation. But if I take this one, put it next to this one, snap my fingers, I can have these two.
Oh, okay.
I know, now it's getting real. Check this one out. You can see it's all mixed up. The white's there, the white's there, the white's there. I just snap, and that one solves.
Wow.
I know. I've seen it before. I still don't know how it works. Let's try this one. Watch. I snap it. It changes. Would you like to see the second it happens? You see this cube, right? You can see it's all mixed up. All I do is that, and it solves. Right in front of your eyes. You can even do this, Tony, because I can tell you want to. Just snap your fingers. Turn it over. You're a wizard, Harry. Try that one. Try that one. Do that one. Do that one. I'm excited. Look at this. I know. For the big finish. Well, for the big finish, we'll try and do both of these at the same time. We'll do this one and this one at the same time. All you have to do, you can do it, Bradley. Just snap your fingers. if you turn these over and they're both sold, everyone's going to go crazy. Turn them over. That's one. That's two. That's amazing. Here's the crazy thing, guys. Every single one of these cubes, all the way through, every single one of them has now sold, right? Which is amazing. But here's the problem. When I do this, people are like, that's great. But what about that cube? Because that's magic. If I could solve that cube, that would be truly impossible, right? Because this is in the position that you said stop on. I'm going to try and do it in 1 second. The world champion does it in 3. I'll do it in 1. The deal here, I love this, right? You're not going to get me, Magic Boy. I'm watching very carefully. If I can do this in 1 second, you guys have got to go crazy. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Watch the cube. Don't blink when you say go. Go. And that's about a second, right, guys? That would be about a second. Thank you very much. If you've never done any cube magic before, I'm going to go through exactly how to do what you need to do with the Rubik's Cube on the project. And you won't need to have to learn how to solve a Rubik's Cube. We've got that covered as well. You're even going to learn for the first time ever my shape solve and my timing force with the Rubik's Cube. Guys, it's not a trick, it's a project, and it's an incredible project. This is Wild Cubes by myself and Rylan Petty.
Well done. What are you doing to him?
Sorry, we were busy when you were.
Honestly, what can I say? That was brilliant, though. Absolutely awesome. It's a great trick. It's been getting a lot of good feedback. And a lot of people picked up a Blackpool as well and have been using it. I know Andy Chase was just on here saying that. A lot of other people as well. So, yeah, awesome first trick, Rylan. That's brilliant.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's fantastic. And the thing is, during the evening at Houdini's, when we were down there, it was just getting great reactions, which it should do anyway. A wild card plot is just so magical, you know. And
It gets better reactions. It gets better reactions than a normal wild card. I've done so many versions of wild card. I've done Tommy Wonders. I've done Darwin Ortiz's. I've had like 5 or 6 versions of my own. I've done so many different versions, but the one I've settled on is this, because it doesn't feel like a card trick. It's a cube trick. You've got the match at the beginning. You know, it's so well structured. Good job, Ryan. Good job.
It's very good.
It is very good. And just to point out as well, Craig teaches everything you need to know if you want to use the cube. But if you don't want to use the cube, you don't have to, and you've just got a killer wild card.
Yeah, you could do it with just, and I know people that bought it to Blackpool that don't carry a cube around with them, and they just do it as a wild card, and it's a really interesting wild card. Like I said, there's a version on there that uses just the regular cards, because you get more cards than you actually need. You also get, as I say, a version that doesn't use any gimmicks at all, a walk-around version. It's just commercial, and you know, I'm involved in this, but all I added was the extra routines, the icing on the cake. The main routine that you just saw, that's all Ryland. That whole routine. Yeah.
You said you can combine them.
You can combine it. You can very easily go from wild cubes into cube. It's a great lead into cube 52. That's how I've been doing it in gigs. I've been doing this. Then it's a natural progression. You've got the cube out already. You bring out cube 52, and it goes straight into that perfectly.
Yeah.
And Rylan was on the stand demming it at Blackpool, of course, smashing it out of the park, as per usual. Nearly lost my job thanks to you, mate. So don't be so good next time, all right? But no, it was so good.
He did a Q&A as part of his lecture in Ireland, and genuinely, one of the questions was, you've met so many famous magicians, who is your favourite magician? Who are your top 3 favourite magicians in the whole world, not counting your dad? And honestly, he said in 3rd place, Henry Harrius, in 2nd place, Peter Nardi, and in 1st place, Harry Nardi.
I don't believe that. There's
It's
no
true,
way.
that's what he said. He said in the Q&A in front of everybody in his lecture.
What a little legend. There he is,
Rylan,
right there.
You are a legend, young man.
Look at him.
And it's
Little
it's such a great trick. We're really proud to have it under our banner as well. You've done so well, and there's really not that much to say apart from
I'm going to do it
it's
on
great.
socials tomorrow.
Yeah,
Do that
Oh,
on socials
yeah.
tomorrow. It's so good, and it just feels more. I don't know. I feel like when it's not playing cards, sleight of hand in people's mind just goes out the window.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't.
Yeah,
It's
it
not
does.
cards. They just think, well, you can't do any sleight of hand with it. It just feels like real magic. It's almost like on the card, the cube's
Well,
solving itself.
That's
isn't it?
what I was trying to say before. It's that weird thing when you're thinking about it. Like, as a layperson, I don't know. It's very hard for us to think like a layperson now. It's very hard. We know method, and it's hard to think of what goes through their mind. But I can almost guarantee that they're thinking that somehow that cube is moving
Yeah.
around
Yeah.
on that picture.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the smart thing, because it's leading them down some really weird path where when they're speaking to their friends, they're going to say, yeah, but the cube sort of solved itself on the picture. How you know.
And you know what? The construction of the actual routine is so smart, because if you picked up on the performance there's multiple times where I'm giving the spectator the cards to hold on to, and they're doing it themselves in their own hands. Like Steve Rowe has got an amazing gimmicked card where you take a card with a mixed up cube and you throw it up and it's solved, and it's amazing, but it's an ungimmicked, it's a flap system which looks brilliant. But with this, that's not the case. And Ryland's smiling because he's just seen one of his other favourite magicians, Mark Spellman, just say something nice. Look at the on his face.
I'm glad that he saw one of his non-top 3 favourite magicians, Mark Spellman.
I tell you what, he loves that Mark Spellman comments on his videos and calls him a young Jedi. He loves that, don't you?
Well, I'll tell you this as well, Craig. I was on the phone to Spellers yesterday, I think, or the day before, and he is desperate for one of them.
I think everyone is. I don't think...
Yeah.
I think everyone is.
Yeah.
We put a teaser up the other day. Honestly, the amount of messages and emails. Oh, can I get one now? Sorry, you're going to have to wait, aren't you?
I did actually promise Mark I was going to send him one out, but I forgot. Also, Mark, a parcel coming from you today with your credit card in it.
Yes, so I've used that now.
Yeah, so you'll be getting some Amazon bills.
I've used it. And I bought a little bottle of fizzy pop for little Rylan off it as well, just to say thanks because she loved the trick so much. So
there you go. Sounds
there
good.
we go. Also, I will just say, guys, that should be live on the site now, so you can head over there to AlakazamMagicUK, obviously, and pick it up. Wild Cubes, that's called. Just to let you know. And let me just have a little look-see on here. I just want to say as well, so many of you as well are picking up, we have got like an Alakazam sale on at the moment. So head over to the site whilst you're looking at these new ones and add something else to your cart and it might be 25% off. Have a look.
Yeah.
Have a look, see. Shout out to Deborah, Richard, Steve, Frank, Ian, Richard, another Richard. Thank you everybody who's picked it up. Roland, these are going out all over the world. We've got one going out to... Kuala Lumpur. Someone in Kuala Lumpur is going to be performing this.
Wow.
All the way around the world, guys. People are picking this up. Chesterfield. Nice. There we go. More local ones for you.
You can take it up there yourself to Chesterfield.
Exactly.
Get on the bus yourself.
We got Germany. Ryland, people are going to be performing your trick all the way around the world, which is just insane. It blows our mind every single time. But how cool is that? Seriously. But yeah, that is very cool. But we are at nearly half past. Should we begin? Remember, guys, if you've got any questions about this, obviously ask them in the chat. We will then pass it on to the creators. If you guys don't mind, we will move on to the next item, the second of the live launch items.
Yes, let's do that.
Go on in.
So,
oh, Henry's great, isn't he? Henry, I can see a quote thing there from Henry Ferret.
Yeah.
Yeah. Henry's got some amazing stuff coming out with Alakazam as well. Oof, Wow. Well, we'll talk about that at some point down the line.
I'm very excited for that.
Jedi! Called you a Jedi again!
right.
Yeah. Oh, Christmas cards!
Daddy on the Santa.
Daddy on a Santa,
You
yes.
love it. Now,
I feel like I feel like I'm single-handedly responsible for the Christmas releases for Alakazam from for the last couple of years.
Honestly, mate, they are amazing, and a lot of people, it's becoming a bit like Jamie's Halloween releases, where people now are going, is Craig going to have another Christmas release this year?
Yeah.
So, Craig, before we drop the trailer, or should we drop the trailer first and speak about it, or do you want to speak about it first and then drop the trailer?
Why don't we drop the trailer, and then I'll talk all about what it is? Because I think a lot of people, when they watch the trailer, they're going to think they know exactly what this is because of a previous release that came out a couple of months prior, but there's some massive differences, and we can talk about that as well.
Okay. Would you like to introduce it, Craig?
I will. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Shut up. Shut up. Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't interrupt you. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Craig Petty is proud to present, in conjunction with Alakazam Magic, the latest Christmas festive treats. Here it is, Christmas cards. Ho, ho, ho. Shut up.
Go for it. Yeah, of course you can. The first thing that I predicted was the present, right?
Yeah, the present.
And I wrote something down, and then you told me you wanted a holiday to Japan.
Yeah.
And I wrote down.
No! I hate it. I don't like it.
And then after that, I wrote down drink, and I predicted the drink, and you went for Bailey's, and I put.
Oh, come on.
And then finally, you were going to settle down and watch a film.
Hopefully.
And that's what I got.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it. I'm really scared.
Hey guys, my name's Craig Petty, and on behalf of Alakazam, I want to welcome you to Christmas Cards. Christmas Cards is a project with 20 plus routines that are designed to incorporate the thing that people love most about Christmas, which is Christmas films. And I'm really not joking. Think about all the conversations that you have with friends, with family, with people that you perform to over the festive period. A lot of the time people argue about Christmas films. What's the best Christmas film? What's the worst Christmas film? Is Die Hard a Christmas film? And so I said to them, I said, look. I said, look, here's what I'll do. I'll turn over 2 of the cards. If you can guess what that card is, I said to the whole family, if you can guess what that card is, then whoever guesses it correctly, that's the film we're going to watch. My son went for Elf. My daughter went for Christmas Chronicles. My wife, Sarah, who's smart, she said, I think it's probably half Christmas Chronicles and half Elf. And I said, screw you all, it's Die Hard, and that's the one we're watching, and you guys have got no choice about it at all. So.
Can I touch the card?
Go for it, yeah, of course you can.
That's crazy.
Very impressive.
Wow.
I appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much.
Where's that coming from?
I'm like this, looking at it like that. Hogwarts here, man.
Oh yeah, that's what it's like in my
Real
house.
magic, it's real magic, guys.
Now in 2023, I brought out Monsters, which was a massive success. And so many people have bought it and incorporated it into their act. Well, we have taken the Monsters concept and we have applied it to Christmas films. We have incorporated an incredible marking and cribbing system that allows you to know everything at any point. If you're happy, I'm happy. Look at the bottom card, remember it? Put it there and put it on top. Put your hand on top. Perfect. Okay, you're smiling. This is a film that you've seen before, right? But it was a long time ago. Is that right? It's a long time. It was like really a long time ago. Like you remember watching it, but you don't remember it very, very well, but you remember seeing it many, many years ago. Is that right? Yeah, look at me. Think of the first. Okay, interesting. There's multiple words in here. 4 words. Think of the first word. Think of the first letter. It's a J. Think of a letter in the middle of the word. You went back and forth, didn't you? Again, between like an N and a G. Yeah. Okay, so that tells me exactly what it is. There's an E at the end of that first word, isn't there? The first word will give it away completely. Jingle all the way, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Christmas cards is more than just telling people the name of the film they're thinking of. We have loaded this project down with tons of routines that are super commercial, super practical, and work in the real world, so that whether you're a hobbyist, an amateur, a professional, a semi-professional, these are routines that you are going to love to perform all throughout the Christmas period.
Now think about this for a minute. She thought of a film. He thought of a film. Both Roz and Sam haven't written it down. They haven't told anybody. It exists purely in your imagination. If I managed to get those films, would that be pretty good? Even Paddy would be impressed with this. I made the prediction. Once again, tell us, what was the film you thought of? Fred Claus, which is what I got, which is quite good. You haven't even said your film out loud.
No.
What was the film?
You could do this just as one quick bit, or you could literally use these cards to do a 20-minute routine, a 20-minute act. It's completely up to you, but if you want to do that, then this is the project for you.
Just say it over and over in your head, not out loud because that'd be stupid. Say it over and over in your head, over and over your head. You know, it's a wonderful life, it's a wonderful life, it's a wonderful. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Now I'm going to show you magic, right? Which is a different thing. So take another one. Just touch another one. Yeah, because you're fun. Are you sure you want that one?
No.
That one, yeah? I don't know. How am I supposed to know? Do you want that one? You can put it back and grab it. You want that one? Okay. So this time we're going to do something different. So I'm going to go through. We're going to put it back. Anytime you want to, just say stop.
Stop.
Yeah, put it back there. Now, there's a difference between magic and mind reading. Mind reading is me telling you what you're thinking of. Mind reading would be me stating a statement, not actually even asking you any information. Mind reading would be me making a statement, something like, "You are thinking of Fred Claus." That would be mind reading. Magic would be me doing something to that card to make it stand out from the others. Like if I snapped my fingers and I looked through, and suddenly there was one card with a question mark on it and one card only. That would be good. I mean, it might not be the one. You thought of Fred Claus, right? Don't think that's crazy? Now, there is another rule in magic, which is never repeat the trick. The first time it's entertainment, the second time it's education. I'm going to do it again one last time. But this time you're going to pick the card next. Okay. So I'm going to go through. Just say stop anytime you want to. Stop. There. You want that one there, or you want that one there? That one there. Can I ask, have you ever helped a magician before? Because frankly, you're not helping one right now, but that's okay. It's my fault. I shouldn't have picked it. Have a look at the card that you stopped on. Yeah? And put it back in the middle. And once again, we're going to make one card stand out. Like I said, this is between magic and mind reading. Mind reading would be me telling you the card that you've got. Magic would be making it stand out. Magic would be making it stand out. Oh dear. I always struggle with the Polar Express. Always struggle with the Polar Express. It's there. Well, you know what? One card is standing out, right? One card.
No, I refuse. That's not it.
Very good. My name's Craig Petty, this is Christmas Cards, and all I can say is Merry Christmas, ho, ho, ho.
Really
Lovely
good, mate.
jubbly. Rylan, I expected you to have your dad in a headlock like last time.
Yeah.
Or just RKO him or something, all right? Honestly. That is brilliant, though, honestly. And I've been looking forward to this so much. And that post-it note part, I just love that. I absolutely just love that.
My
It's killer.
favourite part was at the end of the trailer when Daddy was riding around in the sleigh.
Yes, the end of the bit where Daddy Santa was riding around in the sleigh. Yes, that would be your favourite part. Yeah, I mean, so anybody who's bought Monsters will realise that this is the Monsters concept that we came up with. Myself and Aid Gower put together this incredible trick. I call it a trick. It wasn't a trick, a project where there were 16 iconic monsters from movie history, and it had this wonderful cribbing system. It had this wonderful marking system, and we built the binary system into it. And Monsters, I've probably had more feedback about Monsters and more emails about Monsters in the last couple of months than pretty much anything I've done. And people have been raving about it. And when I was at both Ireland and the London Magic Convention, and the Newmarket Shindig, people were just talking about Monsters the whole time. And I said to you, didn't I, Pete, right from day one, we can do this with Christmas films. Yeah. Because for me, one of the things that my family get most excited about over Christmas is watching films. Like Sarah's already now planning the films that she wants to watch at Christmas. Yeah. And so are you, actually. So, like, it's something that everybody talks about. So we took 16 iconic films, some older ones, some newer ones, but ones that everybody would know, and we built the system into Christmas cards. And Nemid, who filmed Monsters and also filmed Christmas cards, he said, I don't know why, because it's basically the same trick, but I actually prefer Christmas cards even more than Monsters. And he couldn't figure out why, neither could I. But basically, there's 3 sections to the tutorial. Now, the first section explains exactly how the cards work, exactly how the binary system works, exactly how the cribbing system works. And the second section are all the routines that we put together on Monsters.
That's going to be
but
like
I've
5 hours.
Bear with me. I've refilmed it. I've done performances. It's stacked full of live performances on the tutorial.
There's 20 routines.
No way.
20 plus routines.
Holy
well, that's the thing. There's actually 24, and that's the thing, because I said to you, Pete, didn't I? I said if we're going to do it again with Christmas cards, I don't just want to just take Monsters and just teach it again. I want to add extra routines onto it. So I added an extra 10 routines. So Monsters had 14, Christmas cards has 24. So the third section is all brand new material specifically for Christmas cards. But here's the exciting thing.
Add another 9 hours.
If you like Monsters, I'm not listening to you. If you like Monsters and you've got Monsters, the 10 routines that are extra for Christmas cards will work with Monsters as well. So they all cross over, which is incredible.
Day worth of tutorial.
Well, it's a 4-hour tutorial, I believe.
Wow,
I think it's about a 4-hour tutorial.
I can't believe that. Also, I just want to say the cards look amazing, and this is available. Just to give a bit more info, this is available in Pro and Poker size. Now, just to show you the size difference, this is Poker size here, and this is Pro size. So Pro size, as you can see next to it, is slightly larger. They're still easy to handle, which is good, but they are just bigger. So if you're performing maybe in a parlor setting or anything like that, then the Pro size is just that little bit more clear. So it definitely works well for that.
And the nice thing is about having Christmas movies is you can do a lot more mind reading. Once they've selected the card, if you're au fait with the movie, you can ask them to think of their favourite scene, or you can start describing things within the movie.
The cards get put away, and then it really just feels like you've read their mind. You know, the cards, once they've thought of a film, cards are away, and then from that point on, they'll forget the cards even exist, and they'll just be thinking that they thought of any Christmas scene. You know, it might be Buddy the Elf, not my dog Rylan, Buddy the Elf, although that's what he's named after, you know that. Eating spaghetti with all chocolate and everything over. Yeah. So, yeah.
And I mean, there's so much stuff on there. There really is. And we chock-a-blocked it with live performances. Me and Nemid spent the day going around Birmingham and going in bars. And I think with live performances, it's probably about 5 or so hours. But the thing is, the first 15 minutes, you can learn exactly how the system works. And then it's your choice to watch the routines if you want to. You don't have to. You could literally learn how this works in 15 minutes and then come up with your own stuff. Or you can watch the tutorial and learn all the routines I put together with it. The nice thing is the binary cards, the 4 lists that come with it, those 4 lists can be taken and put in your wallet and used as an EDC if you want to. So you can just have it as an EDC, or you can carry it. Like I'm telling you right now, this is in one pocket, Elf is in the other, and my Christmas gigs are sorted. I don't have to worry. Like, that's it. Like, that's it. Throw some coins in my pocket, Elf, this, pack of cards, I'm good to go. My favourite routine, by the way, which isn't in the trailer, but there is a live performance, and I'm really proud of this. I'm going to describe it because I'm really super proud of this. You bring out a prediction, and you give them a prediction right from the very beginning. And you say, that's a prediction, I'm going to get back to that. And you say to the audience, you say, look, I'm going to get somebody to pick one of these Christmas films, and I'm going to get somebody else to generate a random number. So now you have somebody they shuffle the cards, they take a card, and they put it down, and you say, don't look at it just now. So they put it to one side. And then you bring out your calculator, and you get loads of people to randomly give you some numbers, and you add it up, and you come up with a random number. And you say, we've got a random number, and what's the film that you looked at? And they turn it over, and it's Klaus. Trust me, it'll be Klaus. And you go, okay, so you've picked Klaus, you picked this random number. I gave you a prediction at the beginning. If I told you the prediction matched, would that be good? And they go, yeah. They open up the prediction, and it's an alphabet. It's 1 equals A, 2 equals B, all the way up to 26 equals Z. And it's kind of like, well, you know, you go, there you go, are you impressed? And they go, no, I don't understand. It's just the alphabet. And then you give somebody a business card and you say, look, let me explain. Because you guys came up with that random number, and between you, you actually predicted the film that you would pick. Let me explain. Look at that list with all the alphabet on. Look at that number you picked. What's the first number? And it's a 1. And you go, what's the first letter of the alphabet? And they go, A. And you go, okay, that wouldn't work. But after the 1, there's another 1. That would be 11. What's the 11th letter of the alphabet? And they go, K. And you go, great, write it down, K. So they write down K on that business card. Then you go, okay, what's the next number? And they go, it's 1 again. And you go, well, that's an A. That wouldn't fit. But what's after the 1? It's a 2. Well, that's 12. What's the 12th letter of the alphabet? L. Okay, brilliant. Then what's after that? A 1. What's the first letter of the alphabet? A. And they realized that the number that they actually generated between them, they created a unique number that actually predicts the film that they picked and they never even looked at.
Cool.
It's killer.
Really cool. Really cool. Craig, question come in. What do you recommend, pro or poker size? The type of magic I'm doing is 75% close-up, 25% parlour, if I had to put a number on it?
It's a good question. I mean, I love both pro and poker. Personally, it depends on... Right, okay, so it depends on what you want to do with it. Are you into EDC, everyday carry? Because they're both great. If you're doing parlour shows... don't forget the parlor cards will fit into your pocket easily. So even though they're called parlor cards or pro size cards, they'll still be able to be done close up. It's just they're a little bit bigger. So
which is kind of better.
Which is better. The only reason I would say go with poker is because those pro size cards are too big to put in your wallets. So if you like the idea of taking the 4 binary cards and putting them into your wallet and having that as an EDC, and there's 4 or 5 routines.
Maybe you can get both and then use the tiny binary cards in your wallet.
There you go. Do what Ryan said. Get both.
Yeah,
Ryland's obviously learned from the best, isn't he? There.
Yeah, he's hitting the nail on the head, that boy.
But in all seriousness, that is true. If there's something you're going to carry around, poker size is better. However, if you are doing close-up gigs, then the pro size cards, like we have a lot of. Let me bring us both up. We have a lot of items in both pro and poker, and the good thing with the pro size is it is that little bit clear, or it is a lot clearer. But it's just a little bit bigger, so the handling, I mean, unless you have the Palmer card, the handling with pro cards is absolutely fine. So, yeah, it's kind of preference, but poker does allow you to carry it around with you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, again, it's whatever floats your boat.
It is, and the thing is, the pro size is not too big. You're not carrying jumbo cards, so that's the difference in size. So it's not huge at all. Craig's right. If you want to carry some in your wallet, pro are not going to fit, whereas the poker will. But if you're performing, I know Wayne, who does a lot of restaurants, a lot of weddings, every trick we bring out in Pro, he will buy it in Pro because he prefers the Pro size because he can play it to any audience. It works well round a table, equally well if he's sort of doing a kid show or a parlour show or something like that. And the other thing, there was a question about can it be repeated? You've got to remember, this isn't one effect. Craig teaches 20 effects. You could have a whole 15-minute act using just
and in actual fact, when you see the live performances, me and Nemid were going around Birmingham getting tons of live performances, and I was doing, of course, there's like 24 routines on the project. I was doing 4 tricks per set. So I was going up to a group, and maybe on the first group, I'd start with the simple prediction, then the technical prediction, then I'd do this, then I'd do this, then on the next. So I was doing like 8-minute routines with each group. And just flowing from one routine to the other. And don't forget, they're designed to be stacked, but they can also be shuffled. Probably half the routines are involving a stack, half the routines are involving them shuffled. So you could start off with a stacked pack, give them a shuffle throughout, and then go into a couple of the routines that are involving shuffle. There's so many different options, and you can take the routines out that you like the best and go into that. But if you wanted to just read somebody's mind and tell them the film they're thinking of, you can do that over and over and over and over again. In fact, my favorite routine that I use to open a lot of the time is I say I'm going to do something 3 times, and each time it's going to get more impossible. And I say I'm going to start off by going on Wikipedia, going on IMDb, and doing a search for a film. And I show them I'm searching for a film. I put that in their hands. I show the Christmas cards. I have them pick one. Without me looking, my hands, I completely turn around and I tell them with no fishing what the film is they're thinking of. I then do it a second time. The third time, I have them take any card out they want to, and I tell them to, give me the phone. I open up the phone, and the phone has. I've got the IMDb link for the film that they picked the third time. So yeah, repeatable, totally. Mickey, hello, Mickey. Mickey bought Monsters from me at the. Irish Convention. Mickey,
he'll love the Christmas cards. And the other thing as well, you obviously when we had the Monsters launch, you went into a lot more detail. You basically told them exactly what it is. And there's one thing that's really lovely about these, is you've got this stack of cards which you can cut and everything else. You put them on the table. Your spectator can give you, let's say you've got, 16 cards?
There's 16 cards, so you can have them cut with the system that's built into it. Yeah, you can have them cut anywhere they want to, and then you can have them name any number, and with no memory work and no external cribs and no memorization, you could tell them what card is at that position after they've cut the deck. Like, it's incredible. And there's anybody who knows me knows that my favorite plot in Magic is the any card at any number. I've included any Christmas film in any number, or I actually included in any Christmas film at any date. So the presentation is they're deciding what film they want to watch and what date they want to watch it, and so it's really cool.
Really nice, really nice. So we're coming towards the end of this live launch, but I'll tell you what we're going to do is we're going to play both trailers again. For people that have joined us a bit late. So the first one we're going to play is Wild Cubes by Ryland and his dad. So we're going to play that now, and then we'll be back, and then we will play Christmas cards once more, and then we'll wrap up. But ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't seen it, if you've just joined us, this is Wild Cube by the legend Ryland Petty and his father, Mr. Craig Petty. Enjoy.
You've seen one of these, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anybody know how to solve one? Hey guys, my name's Craig Petty, and on behalf of AlakazamMagicUK, welcome to the Wild Cubes project. Now, Wild Cubes was created by myself and the King of Cubes, Ryland Petty, and it is a commercial close-up killer. It's designed for close-up magicians, and it works in any environment. When you're a speed cuber, you can buy cards like these. Now, these cards are designed for speed cubers. That's why they've got little cubes on the back of them. You see them? Mm-hmm. The backs are all the same. The fronts are different. The fronts have a different scramble on each card. When it's all mixed up like that, that's called a scramble. And each card has a different scramble on with a completely different orientation. There's something like there's even a solve cube in there. There's 47 quintillion million combinations with a Rubik's Cube, which is insane when you think about it. Now, you did notice, Tony, did you notice there's that solve cube right there?
Yes.
We're going to get back to that one in a minute. I'm just going to put that right there. You can hold on to it, actually.
Okay.
And before we do something with this, Bradley, you're going to pick one of these cards. So as I go through them like this, anytime you want to, just say stop. That one there or that one there?
That one there, please.
That one right there. Are you sure? I'm going to put it right there on top, okay? Now, you have another job here, Bradley. This is an even important job. I'm going to mix up the cube. Now, the more you mix up a Rubik's Cube, the harder it is to solve. Like I said, there's 47 quintillion million combinations. That's a lot. So anytime I mix it up, just say stop. Stop. There. Are you sure?
Yeah.
You're happy. Now think about this for a minute. You could have stopped mixing this cube anytime. If you'd have left it one more turn, it would have changed everything. So I've got some great news. If you don't know how to solve a cube, if you've never picked up a cube before in your life, it's not a problem because you can do this routine. You see, the project's modular. There's tons of different routines on the project. Some of them just use the cards, while other of them combine the cards with cubes. It's totally up to you. And as you progress, you can add more and more routines to your set. You stopped on that picture there as well, didn't you?
Did.
And here's the interesting thing. Look at the top here. Yellow, yellow, orange. Look at this next line. Green, orange, blue. Look at this one here. White, orange, blue. Look at that side. Blue, white, blue, blue, white, orange, green, white, blue. And even that side, look, green, a couple of white, a couple of orange, a couple of green, couple of red. I think that's amazing. What do you reckon? But you know what? Whenever I do this, people turn around to me and they say, Craig, because that's my name. They say, Craig, I'd love it if you could solve the Rubik's Cube. And I can solve it, but not as fast as my son. I'm not an expert at it. But what I am is a magician. So because I'm a magician, I should be able to not solve the cube, but solve the pictures of the cubes. Because each one of these has a completely different orientation. But if I take this one, put it next to this one, snap my fingers, I can have these two.
Okay.
I know, now it's getting real. Check this one out. You can see it's all mixed up. The white's there, the white's there, the white's there. I just snap, and that one solves.
Wow.
I know. I've seen it before. I still don't know how it works. Let's try this one. Watch. I snap it. It changes. Would you like to see the second it happens? You see this cube, right? You can see it's all mixed up. All I do is that, and it solves. Right in front of your eyes. You can even do this, Tony, because I can tell you want to. Just snap your fingers. Turn it over. You're a wizard, Harry. Try that one. Try that one. Do that one. Do that one. I'm excited. Look at this. I know. For the big finish. Well, for the big finish, we'll try and do both of these at the same time. We'll do this one and this one at the same time. All you have to do, you can do it, Bradley. Just snap your fingers. So if you turn these over and they're both sold, everyone's going to go crazy. Turn them over. That's one. That's two. That's amazing. Here's the crazy thing, guys. Every single one of these cubes, all the way through, every single one of them has now sold, right? Which is amazing. But here's the problem. When I do this, people are like, that's great. But what about that cube? Because that's magic. If I could solve that cube, that would be truly impossible, right? Because this is in the position that you said stop on. I'm going to try and do it in 1 second. The world champion does it in 3. I'll do it in 1. The deal here, I love this, right? You're not going to get me, Magic Boy. I'm watching very carefully. If I can do this in 1 second, you guys have got to go crazy. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Watch the cube. Don't blink when you say go. Go. And that's about a second, right, guys? That would be about a second. Thank you very much. If you've never done any cube magic before, I'm going to go through exactly how to do what you need to do with the Rubik's Cube on the project. And you won't need to have to learn how to solve a Rubik's Cube. We've got that covered as well. You're even going to learn for the first time ever my shape solve and my timing force with the Rubik's Cube. Guys, it's not a trick, it's a project, and it's an incredible project. This is Wild Cubes by myself and Rylan Petty.
What the hell is going on?
Don't you get any ideas?
Right, Dad, get on my shoulders, alright? You imagine. Look at them, honestly. Look at them two. Little just creative little geniuses in that little house. Honestly.
Everyone's loving wild cubes, Rylan. You've done well, young man. So
There you go.
we're gonna play the trailer for Christmas cards. Then we're gonna come back for a little tiny chat about next week.
And then,
We're gonna let you go.
but Rylan's got to be right. No, Craig, you've got to be on Rylan's shoulders throughout this trailer. It's not a long one. It's about 8.5 minutes. All right, so Rylan, you feeling strong, boy? You feeling strong, boy? Right, right, yeah. Let's do this, and then right, good.
We'll be back.
We'll be
Right,
back.
guys, so this is the trailer for Christmas cards. Remember, wild cubes and Christmas cards are both on the website now. You may have to search for them by using our search box. But they are both on there. So let's take a look at Christmas cards.
Go for it. Yeah, of course you can. The first thing that I predicted was the present, right?
Yeah, it was the present.
And I wrote something down, and then you told me you wanted a holiday to Japan.
Yeah.
And I wrote down.
No! I hate it. I don't like it.
And then after that, I wrote down drink, and I predicted a drink, and you went for Bailey's, and I put.
Oh, come on.
And then finally, you were going to settle down and watch a film.
Hopefully.
And that's what I got.
I don't want to do it. I'm really scared.
Hey guys, my name's Craig Petty, and on behalf of ALAKAZAM, I want to welcome you to Christmas Cards. Christmas Cards is a project with 20 plus routines that are designed to incorporate the thing that people love most about Christmas, which is Christmas films. And I'm really not joking. Think about all the conversations that you have with friends, with family, with people that you perform to over the festive period. A lot of the time people argue about Christmas films. What's the best Christmas film? What's the worst Christmas film? Is Die Hard a Christmas film? And so I said to them, I said, look. I said, look, here's what I'll do. I'll turn over 2 of the cards. If you can guess what that card is, I said to the whole family, if you can guess what that card is, then whoever guesses it correctly, that's the film we're going to watch. My son went for Elf. My daughter went for Christmas Chronicles. My wife, Sarah, who's smart, she said, I think it's probably half Christmas Chronicles and half Elf. And I said, screw you all, it's Die Hard, and that's the one we're watching, and you guys have got no choice about it at all. So.
Can I touch the card?
Go for it. Yeah, of course you can.
That's crazy. Very impressive.
I appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much.
Where's that coming from though? I'm like this, looking at it like that. Hogwarts here, man.
Oh yeah, that's what it's like in my house.
It's real magic, that is.
Now in 2023, I brought out Monsters, which was a massive success. And so many people have bought it and incorporated it into their act. Well, we have taken the Monsters concept and we have applied it to Christmas films. We have incorporated an incredible marking and cribbing system that allows you to know everything at any point. If you're happy, I'm happy. Look at the bottom card, remember it? Put it there and put it on top. Put your hand on top. Perfect. Okay, you're smiling. This is a film that you've seen before, right? But it was a long time ago. Is that right? It's a long time. It was like really a long time ago. Like you remember watching it, but you don't remember it very, very well, but you remember seeing it many, many years ago. Is that right? Yeah, look at me. Think of the first. Okay, interesting. There's multiple words in here. 4 words. Think of the first word. Think of the first letter. It's a J. Think of a letter in the middle of the word. You went back and forth, didn't you? Again, between like an N and a G. Yeah. Okay, so that tells me exactly what it is. There's an E at the end of that first word, isn't there? The first word will give it away completely. Jingle all the way, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Christmas cards is more than just telling people the name of the film they're thinking of. We have loaded this project down with tons of routines that are super commercial, super practical, and work in the real world, so that whether you're a hobbyist, an amateur, a professional, a semi-professional, these are routines that you are going to love to perform all throughout the Christmas period. Now think about this for a minute. She thought of a film. He thought of a film. Both Roz and Sam haven't written it down. They haven't told anybody. It exists purely in your imagination. If I managed to get those films, would that be pretty good? Even Paddy would be impressed with this. I made the prediction. Once again, tell us, what was the film you thought of? Fred Claus, which is what I got, which is quite good. You haven't even said your film out loud.
No.
What was the film?
Elf.
You could do this just as one quick bit, or you could literally use these cards to do a 20-minute routine, a 20-minute act. It's completely up to you, but if you want to do that, then this is the project for you. Just say it over and over in your head, not out loud because that'd be stupid. Say it over and over in your head, over and over your head. You know, it's a wonderful life, it's a wonderful life, it's a wonderful. Yeah, that's what I got. Yeah. Now I'm going to show you magic, right? Which is a different thing. So take another one. Just touch another one. Yeah, because you're fun. Are you sure you want that one?
No.
That one, yeah? I don't know. How am I supposed to know? Do you want that one? You can put it back and grab it. You want that one? Okay. So this time we're going to do something different. So I'm going to go through. We're going to put it back. Anytime you want to, just say stop.
Stop.
There. Put it back there. Now, there's a difference between magic and mind reading. Mind reading is me telling you what you're thinking of. Mind reading would be me stating a statement, not actually even asking you any information. Mind reading would be me making a statement, something like, "You are thinking of Fred Claus." That would be mind reading. Magic would be me doing something to that card to make it stand out from the others. Like if I snapped my fingers and I looked through, and suddenly there was one card with a question mark on it and one card only. That would be good. I mean, it might not be the one. You thought of Fred Claus, right? Don't think that's crazy. Now, there is another rule in magic, which is never repeat the trick. The first time it's entertainment, the second time it's education. I'm going to do it again one last time. But you're going to this time you're going to pick a card, Max. Okay. So I'm going to go through. Just say stop anytime you want to. Stop. There. You want that one there, or you want that one there? That one there. Can I ask, have you ever helped a magician before? Because frankly, you're not helping one right now, but that's okay. It's my fault. I shouldn't have picked it. Have a look at the card that you stopped on. Yeah? And put it back in the middle. And once again, we're going to make one card stand out. Like I said, this is between magic and mind reading. Mind reading would be me telling you the card that you've got. Magic would be making it stand out. Magic would be making it stand out. Oh dear. I always struggle with the Polar Express. Always struggle with the Polar Express. It's there. Well, you know what? One card is standing out, right? One card.
No, I refuse. That's not it.
Very good.
My name's Craig Petty, this is Christmas Cards, and all I can say is Merry Christmas, ho, ho, ho.
Right then. Honestly, sorry, we cut back a little bit too soon there. Right, yeah, these two effects, routines, projects are absolutely killer. And the thing that baffles me, right, people do say, like what you said there, 15-minute routine. It's not even a joke when we say you can literally, at the end of your close-up gig, offer a 15-minute stand-uppy one with the pro-size cards and just do a whole actual
Yeah,
routine with
you really could.
It's insane.
But, genuinely, I'm going to close-up gigs. I'm just going to throw some coins in my pocket, take a deck of cards, and take Elf and take Christmas cards, and that's all I need. But I was going around Birmingham all day doing all the live performances, and I was doing like different routines every single time. And you saw the reactions. Like, you saw the react. We've loaded this project down with live performances so people can see the timing and how they work in the real world. It's just it's killer.
And remember, you do also get that little packet trick as well, the binary trick that you get in Monsters. So just with those 4 cards in your wallet or in your pocket, you're ready to form a brilliant 2-person piece of mind reading as well.
Well, what I think I might do for people that didn't see, obviously, I haven't done it on the live launch here, but when we did Monsters, I actually went through exactly how the whole thing worked. I'm at AlakazamMagicUK next week.
Yes.
And I think maybe if we've got a bit of time on the Tuesday thing, I'd love to just like break down how this system works with Christmas cards, show them exactly what happens, and then perform a couple of routines in the studio, if that's okay, if people would like that.
That's brilliant. Well, Craig is down with us, as he just said, next week. So
can I just say what I'm so excited about, and I'm not going to let people see it, but I think you guys will know what I did.
Oh.
Yes. Well, the new ones came in today.
Really?
I've been gigging this, and oh my dear Lord.
You do know that
Don't get with
he's
it.
watching it.
I know he's watching it. Look, I've been gigging that, and I was speaking to Lloyd Barnes today because Drew had spoken to Lloyd about it. And Lloyd Barnes said that he thought that this is the smartest idea he's seen in a long time. Like it's I actually turned round to Lloyd and I said, "There's a very good chance that that's going to be trick of the year next year," and I'm not even joking.
Well, wait until you see the new one next week with all the little additions that Drew did. So I'll give you one of those. I'm honoured
to be just to be invited to be co-host on that project. I've got so many ideas for it. Drew rang me. Somebody rang me today. I was rung today by the creator of the trick, and he said, "Yeah, I don't think it's going to take long to do the tutorial for this." I'm like, "Ha ha ha! You ain't seen what I've thought through with this, mate. It's gonna be a long one."
And we got a picture. You haven't shown Craig yet, have you?
Of what?
The one that you just showed me now. Send Craig that picture.
No, Craig's in that chat.
Oh, why am I? Marlon, why aren't we in that chat then, brother?
Did you see the chat this morning?
Oh yes, the picture of the
Don't
the other.
Show it, obviously.
Whatever it was, it looked like it was in a microwave.
Yes. That don't say anything.
Don't show it. But how cool is that going to be? I cannot wait.
I think that is something that Alakazam haven't. We said, Alakazam have started doing coin magic. The elite coin range has taken Alakazam in a totally different direction, which it has. This is something that you guys have never done before either.
Yeah,
like this type of thing, and I think that if the other one that I mentioned didn't get Trick of the Year, there's a very good chance that one will. I mean, good grief. I showed it him. He's a little social media magician he is. He's like, I could get like a week's worth of content just from that alone. Like the amount of stuff
I can't believe how good it is.
Yeah, no,
I can't believe
it's great.
Oh god, I'm so excited. Next year is going to be a joke, but there's something even. Why are you balancing an egg on a wand, man? This boy, how are they just the props you've got at hand, honestly? Just quickly though, before we let you guys go, next week, holy guacamole.
Yes. We've got Mr. Petty down with us for most of the week, doing a lot of filming for some new projects. And we're also doing a live launch. Do you remember which day it is? Is it Wednesday we're doing the live launch?
All I know is you told me to come along.
Come off school to go with you.
No. You can come to Alakazam next time you're off school. You've had some time off school to do gigs recently. You need to at least spend a couple of days there. I remember you just saying to me, come down for 4 days and be prepared to work your ass off. So that's what I'm doing.
either Tuesday or Wednesday. I think Wednesday's the last day in the month, isn't it?
Not sure, but this.
I think.
Wait, this is our biggest ever project, isn't it? Ever. It's got to be. I can't think anything else that would be. I think it even. I can't believe it.
Believe it or not, it's twice the size. The tutorial is twice the length of Mirage.
How much is Mirage?
How many routines are there on there?
How long is Mirage?
I'm going to tell you the honest truth. I'm still editing. I'm still editing. We sort of pre-launched this at Magic Live, so you could pick it up at Magic Live, and we only had half of the tutorial ready at time of launch or pre-launch, and that was over 4 hours.
That was 20. That was 20 routines, and that was half.
Yeah. So I'm currently editing the other half. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, to have that edit complete by tomorrow evening. So it will obviously be complete on launch, but it's going to be, I think we're looking at an 8-hour tutorial for this.
Plus live performances.
Plus live performances.
Yeah,
it's great. It takes the coin range, or what you can do with our coins, in a completely different direction. And I will say, and I've said it before when I'm talking about this, there's one routine that you teach on here, and I performed a similar routine on our socials a few months ago, and we had loads of comments about it. The routine I performed on there, I thought cost me £350 about 25 years ago. Someone corrected me and said, no, you wouldn't have bought that for less than 450. And that is one trick. Mm-hmm. You teach 4 versions of that trick on here. Yep. And if I'm being totally honest, any one of those 4 versions is better than the one I did.
The convincers, oh my gosh.
And you're getting all that.
I was performing this at Magic Live to people. You had Magic Ballet, who I consider to be one of the best performers of close-up magic in the world today, just being fooled over and over again, desperate to get a copy of this. He just had no idea what was happening, what was going on, and he's like, huh? It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It's so good. And I would say this is my favourite because there's so many different routines. We can't obviously go into more detail about it, but I just cannot explain how good this is, how excited people are for it, and how it's just, honestly, it's the biggest project I think we've ever done.
Yeah, I'll never forget going to Houdini's, and we did live performances of every trick. It took us all day and all evening, live performances of every trick.
And the women negative about all of your tricks.
Yeah, they're too long. Shut up. And we did live performances, and there were magicians in the bar watching all of these, and they were like, "I need that now. I need that now." And they were just watching each trick, and it's like, without being too, hypey, it's all, the guys were saying it's all killer and no filler. There's no trick that doesn't deserve to be in there, and it's all so different.
And I remember we was in Vegas, and literally in the bar you would just perform. The good thing about this is every single environment, I mean, we'll talk about this on the day, but every single environment this is perfect for, okay? Yeah. Especially if you get, we're not going to talk about detail, but if you pick one of the versions in particular, obviously it's better for even more environments just because of different reasons, but we performed in a bar setting, then we performed in Vegas, like we said, just in one of the casinos, and it just seemed impromptu, just out of the blue, just awesome. Then we performed in a professional, more sit down environment, and we will see you perform it, and you've done so many routines, and it just all felt different. I can't explain how good it is, but we need to not talk about it anymore because we just.
And I will say this on the live today. I did say that every year Alakazam used to hold back a DVD release for Christmas because I always felt Christmas is just a great time to learn something new. We have a little bit of time for ourselves, even as busy performers. There's a point in time over Christmas where you've got a bit of me time. Everything's calming down a bit, and that to me was always a time I would sit down and watch a Magic DVD. I just had a little bit of time to myself, and I did say on the live today I've already chosen what I'm going to be learning this Christmas, and it is this. I currently have learned one routine from here, which is throw coins, which I absolutely love, and I'm doing that a lot, but next week when Craig's down, he is going to be giving both myself and Harry a masterclass on some of the routines from here. So we're ready for Blackpool. But I really can't wait for the launch of this. It's such an incredible project. And the thing is, because now all of the sets, the Mirage, the Apparition, and coming up the Nightshade, are available in both sizes, it means you can now expand your set. So if you're using the Mirage in $half and you've got this in $half and you've got Apparition in $half, they're going to think you're using the same coins for everything. The same coins they've just, examined. Yeah, it's amazing. I cannot wait.
I can't believe it.
To launch this.
And we are doing an academy next year, early next year. And it's going to be how to combine all those different sets together.
Yeah, and that's a free academy for people that own this and the Mirage set.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I'm only going to have to spend a day off school just to learn all the routines.
Right, when I started editing this, he looked like you.
Yeah, I was your age.
Yeah, and now look at him, right? That's the only drawback of Nightshade.
But
dear
no,
me.
it's great. I can't wait to get this launched.
Also,
now I'm going to say as well one more thing, and this is really, really important. This isn't sales talk or anything else. I thought we were going to have 190 units of each size ready for launch. That isn't happening. We've got about 190 of the $half. We've got about 100 of the $1.
We've got less than that of $1.
Tell Roy.
Less than that of $1.
Yeah.
So
tell Roy to bust his ass.
I want $1.
Yeah.
I want $1.
I know you do. Let's see what Santa brings you at Christmas.
Yay!
So, yeah, I would suggest, if this is something that you guys have been waiting for, and I know a lot of you have because I've been having messages, please try and make it from to the live, because if you miss the live, you may not be able to get one till after Christmas.
And we're not kidding, because that's what happened with Mirage.
Yeah, Mirage was delayed by.
Yeah, but when we launched it, it sold out within a day.
Yeah,
and then it took. We had the second batch, the third batch, the fourth batch, and we were just.
Also, people do go, well, it's just like a salesy, businessy thing to create hype. From a business point of view, it makes no sense, because we literally can't get Roy to make these quick enough. Because if there's a demand for it, we would rather have more. But Roy, every single one of these is handmade by Roy and his son Sean. And honestly, each one is just absolutely phenomenal, the highest quality. And that's the thing, we go with Roy because we know the quality is amazing, and we know he's not just going to rush out and send us something that he's not 100% happy with, because at the end of the day, it's got his name attached to it. And obviously here at AlakazamMagicUK, we only do the best, So, we try and get them made as quick as we can. But with things like this, and especially this one, you get so much in there that it just takes so long to make each set. But this, it could be my favourite ever AlakazamMagicUK release. I think that routine that you taught me, Craig, in Vegas is just... If I could have one routine to do, I think that'd be it.
And it's not that hard, is it, Harry? That routine that you're talking about, it's not even that hard.
No, don't show them. Don't even.
I'm not showing them.
Yeah, but
I'm just looking at that. I didn't realise that's a moon.
Yes,
I think
it is.
It's nice.
Do you think it's a bit cheese? That comes with it. All right. Okay, right. We gotta go. We gotta go.
Right.
Hang on. Can I just say you got an academy this week, right?
Yes, we have.
You got my friend Lord Harry.
Yes, on Thursday evening. Can't wait.
I will say I'd never seen Harry before, and I saw him lecture at the Magic Circle, and he I didn't know what to expect because I'd never seen him before. He blew me away. Absolutely blew me away.
He's a great guy.
It was a great lecture at the Circle. It was really, really good. And he only had an hour, and obviously he's going to be spending a lot more time with you guys. So, yeah, he's incredible. I mean, he's Welsh, so you have to like accept that. But other than that,
subtitles.
Yeah, subtitles will work and lock up the sheep. But other than that, it's he's an amazing creator. People are going to love that academy.
Yeah,
Awesome.
so if you haven't got your tickets for that, go grab it. It's happening on Thursday evening at 7 o'clock. Right, Craig and Ryland, thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us. You two are absolutely amazing. And Craig, we will see you on Monday.
Yes, me and Nemid will be down there, very excited, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and Nemid will be ready for a hug. Jesus Christ!
I can't wait to hug Nemid.
Yeah, he's the best hugger, isn't he?
Right, guys, see you later. See you, Ryland.
Bye!
See you later.
Bye!
Right, so guys, thank you so much for joining us on this live launch. Remember, wild cubes and Christmas cards in both variations are available on our website right now, so go grab them.
Check them out.
And also remember, as Craig said, we've got the Academy this Thursday, and Friday we have our special Black Friday deal day. Now, at the moment, you can go onto our website and you can get a lot of Alakazam's best sellers for 25% off.
Offer is applied at checkout.
Yes, so it'll look like you're buying or paying the same price until you put it in your cart. Then you'll see the discount applied. But on Friday, we will be going live on the app and on Facebook throughout the day with crazy offers.
Yeah,
That's
like it's a
all
joke.
I can say.
It's a joke.
Now, the thing to do is download the app, make sure your notifications are turned on, because some of the offers are really good, but we may only have 5 units or 4 units at that price.
Yep.
And it will be first come, first serve. So make sure you got it. And it's one of my favourite days of the year because it is just so crazy.
Yeah,
It
we
is
literally
hectic.
don't know what's going to be on sale until...
Yeah, we
It
run
is
round the
insane.
shop and just go, let's put some of these on.
Yeah, because, it's absolutely insane.
Yeah. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure to join you for this live launch. But remember, next week, I believe it's Tuesday. It's either Tuesday or Wednesday, but we have got the launch of this. And we've got it in $50 and we have it in $1.
40 routines.
I believe, somewhere around that.
Well, I think it is that exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not the one spending my whole life editing it. I'm like,
Beautiful.
yeah. Oh,
Beautiful.
the boxes as well. Oh, just listen. All right, okay. We gotta go. We gotta go. Because celebs on. Bye.
Hey!
Right.
Right, guys, see you
later then.
later.
Bye.